been a pretty good week of bike riding so far. It is only Wednesday, but I rode bikes every day this week. This morning we decided to do the around the basin ride that I did yesterday, but Jay got a flat, and now I'm alone. Somehow I've managed to hit every single red light possibly in this city. That's always sort of a bummer when you think you've got your timing all nailed down. Next thing you know, you have a few things that throw a wrench into your plan. You're later than you thought you were going to be. So I finished yesterday's vlog off by saying that there's no feeling like how my road bike sort of feels. I feel like that kind of goes against some of the stuff that I normally say, usually where I'm going, along the lines of you don't need anything super fancy, you don't need anything super nice, nothing needs to be super expensive, because it's getting to that time of year where I'm able to actually ride all of my bikes, and you guys are going to see a lot more of them, and those comments are almost going to seem like they're more made up, and that I just say it to try and, appease everyone. And then at the end of the day, that's not really something I follow. Maybe in the fact that, I've got 8 bikes, and half of them are pretty okay bikes, but none of them are super high end. And I know a lot of times I'm sort of preaching that you can do a lot of stuff on one bike, and I don't necessarily practice that in the on season or the summer. I don't really have a good excuse for that. It's just that I work at a bike store and I'm able to get a hold of bikes at, a lower cost. And for me to be able to ride all these different bikes, I wasn't always able to do that. And I just kind of wanted to bring that up as sort of a point that I want to stay on top of. Because if I wasn't in this situation, I wouldn't be riding so many different bikes. Basically what I'm trying to say is that bike, while it's cool to have, I would never go nearly as far as to say that it's necessary. And I don't know, no one's ever said anything. No one's been like, well, you have all these bikes and you're always talking about just have one and do what you can with it. But I feel like as the summer progresses and I do talk about that stuff and everyone starts to kind of see that I do have a lot of bikes to choose from, that comment could start coming up. So I'd actually like to sort of nip that in the butt now, that I don't have a lot of bikes because I feel I need them. I have a lot of bikes because I have a way of getting a hold of them for less money than I would if I didn't work at a bike shop. And I think probably every bike shop employee is like that. So with that, I'm gonna go home. My legs are starting to hurt because I've been riding my bike a lot lately. Also, if you're looking for upper body strength as a cyclist, take up BMX. It really hurts a lot after your first day back, and you won't have small chicken arms. I mean, I still have them, but maybe not long. Maybe not after the summer. Who knows? Looks like there's dust on these. I suppose what I'm always trying to at least sort of get across with the things I talk about in these videos I make is that a lot of bikes can be pretty good at some things. Like, you can get away with riding a road bike as a cross bike for a little while. Like, you don't necessarily need to spend the money to get into a new category of the sport. But that's not to say that there aren't bikes that are better for certain things, because there definitely is. So I'm always going to kind of flip-flop back and forth between that stuff. Coming up behind you. So it's Easter this weekend, and we are headed to my hometown to go visit my parents. We're gonna go visit Angela's parents. I'm gonna bring a bike because my dad rides. My brother wants to go for a ride with us. It probably won't be this one. I think probably what I'll bring is a cross bike because it's super versatile and I'll be able to do anything that those guys want to do. Which brings me back to my, you can ride anything you want for anything. All of the bikes are out of hibernation. Except this one.